Started?
Yeah, started.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. This is SF Edwards, writer of the Spiral War series, and also designer of all the spacecraft that appear in the book. I've recently, as some of you may know, gotten my first, or second actually, 3D printer, a CR10. And this is one of the first ships I just printed on it on the CR10. This is the Galactic Federation F404 Phantom 4. Now, as you can tell, it's all still on its build plate with all the support material on it. And there are a few issues. This was an experiment in getting really thin pieces built, especially the trailing edges of the wings and the tail fins. So as you can see here, didn't quite come out correctly. This piece kind of came off. It looks like the build supports broke. That happens. And here again, unfortunately, the big problem is on the back side. The whole empennage came off, and what it looks like happened is one of the tail fins, and this is a cruciform tail, didn't print properly. And then the whole thing came crashing down. We're actually pretty lucky that the whole thing didn't just turn into some giant glob of filament at this point. And actually, it looks like the rest of it came out pretty nicely for the most part. All kind of happened right in there, the problems. All the problems kind of happened right in there. Please excuse my cameraman. He's into some artistic things. So we're going to go ahead and remove this and see how the whole thing turned out. First off, we have our handy-dandy removal tool.
A lot of work.
It's going in there.
Fuck though.
And also, there's an air mattress.
Hey, I'm not talking about that right now, pal. Whoa, careful. That could have been bad. Okay, so we have successfully removed the raft, only tearing up a little bit of the masking tape in the process. So let's pull the raft off. And I want to be careful and not mess up the nozzles down here, because if you notice, this engine is different than this one. I built the interior on this engine. So once I remove the supports, like that, you'll be able to see the inside. And there's the empennage. Now, for the most part, it's in pretty fair shape, honestly. If I were to reprint this, I would probably print it like that. I would cut it off and reprint it like that to get a cleaner surface. But honestly, other than the tail problem with the fins themselves, it came out pretty nice. Every print's a learning experience.
Daddy, already been 3 minutes.
Be quiet.
Okay, so something happened there. The nozzle came off. Got stuck to the support material. That happens. I might just reprint that and attach it separately. Let's pull this support material off the back of the wing. Now the problem here is I get down to 1 nozzle width, so 0.4 millimeters. And I kind of figured that was going to lead to some issues, and it did. So
Let's see.
that happens. No! Okay. So again,
That's supposed to be it.
that's not supposed to look that way. That's where it messed up.
That's a lot of material.
Let's go ahead and pull away some of this.
I don't use my gun. I'm not very
Careful.
Oh god, I zoomed into Too fast.
There we go. Hold on. So yeah, we lost the back nozzle again on this engine, but we do have the nozzle interior.
Dad.
Yes, Bubba?
Here's some cereal.
Yeah, get yourself a snack.
And
That's what you get for having child labor.
Yep.
So,
The mall is killing.
I am gonna need some nippers for taking this the rest of the way across, rest of the way out. But if we look in here, let's look in here. You can see the acceleration coils for the plasma engine. And I might be able to get this panel off. There we go.
I need to move your hand over.
That's some support material. I'm gonna pull. Does not want to come off.
Nope.
There we go. Hold on.
Okay.
And there we go. So actually a fair amount of detail actually made it in here. Can we see this, please? A fair amount of detail actually made it in. I'm actually quite impressed with that.
My hands hurt.
Overall, the amount of detail is really good despite some issues. So I may reprint this at a different orientation, or I may just reprint the parts. I really need to look at where all the failures were and if I can redo it. So if I had to do this, I'd have to reprint from here back. But let's take a look at some other things. Get some more support material off. Oh, that came out nice. Those cooling coils for the. Oh, okay. I'm at the top. Okay. Some more, and let's get the cockpit open.
That's the cockpit. Wow.
Let's pull the support material out of the cockpit and see what we need.
The homies can't see it.
I think I just broke off the stick.
That's nice.
Whoops.
Wait, hon.
Ready, pause?
No, I'm still going.
So, looks like...
Yeah, it kind of looks like
It's not bad. The throttle is still there. I can actually make out some of the screens.
Okay.
Not much of the screens, but they're in there. There's definitely some more support material I got to pull out. There we go. There's some. And
That's a lot of stuff to pull out.
yeah, that's a fair amount of support material.
Look.
So yeah, I lost the stick, but I see the stick base, so I did break off the stick by mistake. I am probably going to reprint this whole thing.
Yep.
Later. But honestly, for the most part, I'm really impressed with how it came out. Oh, now the big gun. Now, actually, the main plasma lasers came out pretty nicely. Little bit of some shake there from going back and forth. And I just broke that tail. I just broke that one. Too thin. So, 0.4 millimeters, too thin.
I think most people that have 3D printers know that.
I'm not necessarily doing this just for people with 3D printers. Oh, this is...
Nice.
Oh, yeah, the big gun came out. Nice.
You're right.
Wow. I mean, look at the detail there.
Wow.
The cooling coil, the thermal, the intakes, the barrels in general. I got some...
This camera does not want to focus.
The support material there is going to be kind of a pain to get out, but I'll work on that later. So,
I can't see.
I'm going to clean this up some more. And then I'll post pictures of how it looks finished. But I would kind of like people's opinions on...
There's a pimple on your head.
I would kind of like people's opinions on... should I completely reprint this? Or should I just reprint the bad pieces? So, reprint these nozzles, reprint the wingtips, and the whole empennage. Because, I mean, obviously, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
That looks like a dolphin. That looks like a dolphin ship. Like a...
So,
that looks like a dolphin.
yes. I'm almost tempted to leave this one as is and put it on display with the others as one that got shot down. I think that would actually look kind of cool.
So basically, like, kind of like break it apart a little bit so it looks like it got, like, broken down or something.
Yes.
I'm just saying, man.
So, I mean, yeah, this part here that printed off as it restored itself is a little... It's definitely weak. But I think this would actually make kind of a cool display piece as is, as a destroyed ship. Even with all this extra stuff on it and the canopy missing, it would make a really neat display of a destroyed ship. So I think I might just reprint the whole thing with some better supports.
I think
and maybe at a different orientation to make it a lot cleaner.
I think a lot.
But overall, I'm actually really impressed with the design. Some people would just call this an out-and-out failure. I call this a partial success. And honestly, I like how it came out.
I think a lot of people would like the idea of crash ship.
I like the crash ship idea, so I'm going to ask for opinions on that. And then we will go from there. But I got to get people ready to go see Santa Claus at the Harrison Hospital for the handicapped kids.
Yep.
Is it today?
That is today. That's actually in...
Yep.
Don't video him. That's actually in about 20 minutes, so we got to get people dressed and ready to go. Good thing it's only a few minutes away.
Everyone, that's the nemesis.
Honestly, I am really liking how this came out overall.
Oh, by the way, that's the Owen Tank 2.0. That failed.
Okay, we're not videoing that right now, okay?
I'm just saying.
We're focusing on this. Okay, go ahead. That's enough for now. SF Edwards, signing out.